Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Now, first of all, listen. Are you Yonko level or are you not? Are you a top tier character? Are you a top tier pirate, top tier marine? Or are you one of those useless fiends out there? You know what I'm saying? Just letting life push you. You know what I'm saying? Just in case y'all thought something else. Let life push you. Cause I am not. I take life by the, you know what I'm saying, by the scrotum, and I do what I please with it. I make my own way. I'm gonna do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? But what about you though? So if you one of those that, you know what I'm saying, is the leader of the next gen, king of the pirate type levels, you know what I'm saying, admiral level, you know what I'm saying, fleet admiral level, then you would have already subscribed while I was talking. Or you'll be subscribing right now. And you know what else you do? If you have the hockey for it, you would leave a comment and like as well. But that's only for the very top tiers, the rare breeds. You know what I'm saying? The Shanks of the world, the Kaidos of the world, the Luffys of the world. You know what I'm saying? The Emus of the world. That's only those people. But today I want to talk about the Flame Emperor. I want to talk about Sabo and why he's not as weak as people think he is, and why that he might still be way stronger than we are assuming here. Now, I know people are saying he got one shot by Emu, and you know, the king of Alabasta survived the same hit, and he got saved by this king who's just a father human. Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? He didn't even seem to use armament haki. Like, what's going on? What's happening? Now, let's not forget that before Luffy defeated Kaido, that he got one shot by Kaido. You know what I'm saying? One shot, pow, gone. Out of sleep, locked up, put in jail, turned into a slave. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. One shot, pow, one, GG, game over. That's what happened. Yet, right? You know, he came back out, fought Kaido, got defeated, fought him again, got defeated, awakened, got defeated, awakened some more, and then won. You know what I'm saying? Not awakened some, but like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, this is just how the story, the narrative goes. You know what I'm saying? If Sabo does any damage to Emu, then he's too beatable. You know what I'm saying? The same way that the first time Kaido meets Luffy, there's no competition, right? And he gets one-shotted, right? Kid and all of those were surviving against Kaido, and then when he meets Shanks, he gets one-shotted. It doesn't make them as weak as people think they are. You know what I'm saying? I think Emu probably has a move that bypasses Haki or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This man has been alive for like over 800 years. So we know he been out here, like, or she been out here, or they been out here. And so as a result, I think people just take it out of context. Now, obviously, then how the hell does the King of Alabasta survive? You know what I'm saying? Well, he survives, I think, because, again, the plot needed him to survive in order for him to tell Sabo what he tells Sabo, and then for Sabo to, you know, to be framed. I think that's really the main reasons why it happened. Also, Sabo was fighting a lot of times before that. You know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot more work than everybody else there. So he could have been fatigued. He was the one also who attacked first. It was like a 5v1. He attacked first. Like, and I'm not a Sabo fan hard. Like, I don't really like. I like Sabo, but like, you know, I'm not like that bothered that like, oh, if Sabo's weak. Like, I don't care. But I just think that narratively people are getting it wrong. I don't think the implication by Oda is that Sabo is weak. I think the implication is that Emu's strong, and I think there's a difference there. And again, it's the same thing as when Luffy got one shot. He just, okay, he knew next time, okay, this is how I'm gonna deal with it. Survive a bit longer, still was getting whooped. Came back, like he had, you know what I'm saying? He had these many opportunities to fail and come back. But at no stage do we say that Luffy was a fraud, right? But all of a sudden, Sabo is a fraud. Like, Sabo is not that much older than Luffy. You know what I'm saying? He won the fruit, right? And not only that, he went ahead to become, you know, more popular than Dragon in way less time being active. Like, so I feel like it's he's probably way stronger than what he showcased there. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe when that attack obviously got him off guard, and he was like, okay, we gotta escape. And with Cobra, right? I think King Cobra is his name, I think. And so I think it's kind of like a little bit unfair, because I don't think Oda's intention was to show him as weak, naturally. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just to push the narrative forward, introduce Emu, give us some hints, and also have Sabo, you know, the cliffhanger that Sabo might have died, yada yada yada, and all of those stuff. So I think that's literally all it was. I don't think he was thinking, damn, if he only gets hit once, but Cobra gets hit twice, then he looks farther. That's not how he's thinking. Now, obviously, we're gonna think that because that's what we do as fans. We speculate and we come up with thoughts and ideas and stuff like that. So that's fine, but I just think it's a little bit unfair. I think it's a little bit unfair. It's not completely unreasonable. I just think it's a little bit unfair. I think Sabo is stronger than that because if we see, how he dealt with in Dressrosa, how he dealt with the situation after Luffy left it up to him. First of all, Luffy trusted it to leave it up to him completely, 1000%, 100%. It was like, Sabo, if you the one that gets it, I know you got this. And Sabo's like, don't worry, I got this. And he mollywops everybody, you know what I'm saying? And we know he uses Haki because he used it there. So, you know what I'm saying? So he's way stronger than that probably. He did one attack. And obviously these guys are maybe above Yonkai. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? They could be above Yonkai. And that if that's the case, then there's a reason that he could get one shot by them, because and even though he wasn't even one shot considering he ran away, he probably could have fought a bit more, but and he was busy trying to save Cobra and shit, King Cobra and all of that. I hope I'm saying, if I forgot his name and I've been calling him Cobra the whole time, and just slap me down, you know what I'm saying? Slap me, just use your Haki and hit me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what I think. I think that's just the situation. I think it's just an unfortunate situation where he was used as a narrative ploy or a narrative plot line, because I think, Oda is thinking, they think Sabo is really strong. So if Sabo is the one that gets essentially beat up by Emu, then, it makes sense that yada yada yada. And now people say, oh, he got jumped or whatever. He didn't get jumped necessarily, but I think it's the 5 demons around you and one of them attacks, you still probably be keeping an eye on all of them. You know what I'm saying? Observation Haki probably doesn't even work on them. There could be any implications with no powers and abilities. So I think it's a little bit unfair to say that, considering Luffy has lost so many times in his first sighting against people. So I think we should also grant Sabo that, you know what I'm saying, that same courtesy, that same leeway, that same wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? So Luffy gets to lose 7 times against one opponent and eventually wins, and that's okay. But Sabo can't lose once against potentially the strongest opponent in the whole series. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And those say, oh, Luffy wouldn't have lost in one shot. He lost in one shot against Kaido. So what makes you think he wouldn't have lost in one shot against Imu? Do you know what I'm saying? And nobody's really saying that Sabo is stronger than Luffy, but they should be somewhat comparable, right? So I think it's a little bit disingenuous, I think, to say that Sabo is weak just because he got beat up by Emu. And he didn't lose, he didn't die. He did say that if I did get hit a second time I would die, but it doesn't mean that he was going to, you know what I'm saying, because he was busy running, and obviously Cobra saw that the attack was about, they were aiming at him, so he blocked it, you know what I'm saying. But who's to say he wouldn't have dodged it, or he wouldn't have done something, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a little bit disingenuous, but anyway, that's what I think. I think Sabo is a lot stronger than we think, and again, as the second hand of the revolutionary, we see how strong Zoro is. Zoro is an absolute unit. We see how strong Sanji is. He's an absolute unit. So I think it's only right that Dragon's right hand is OP as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. And I also think his main mission was to save the prisoners and to get people out of there. So I think him fighting, he thought he could take them out because he didn't realize they were overly powerful people, because most of the celestial dragons aren't very powerful people, you know what I'm saying? They're just politically powerful and financially powerful and stuff like that, and they have a lot of control. But that's what he thought. So he didn't go in there preparing for absolute units and monsters and beasts and creatures of all sorts to attack him. And I think when he realized that, he was like, okay, priority, let's get the prisoners and the people that we came to save out of here, and we formulate a plan on how to attack. You know what I'm saying? It's not like when he went back, he was like, oh, I'm terrified. This guy was so overwhelmingly powerful. There was no chance of me winning. That's, you know what I'm saying? He didn't say that. So, and again, even if he attacked them, there's 5 of them. So they're going to jump his ass. Come on now. Anyway, that's what I think. I think Sabo is going to showcase that he is not a fraud. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to showcase that. And these are my reasons. Let me know down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why? Let's talk. So subscribe, by the way. Don't forget to subscribe now. If you Yonko, Zoro levels, top tier, Haki god, Haki man like Shanks, world's strongest swordman, like me, Hawk, then you subscribe and like and comment. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I get it. If you don't have enough haki, if you don't have enough durability, if you don't have enough speed, if you don't have enough strength, if you don't have enough, your devil fruit is doo doo water. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But some of us are OP, so we can deal with it. I'm out.